Hello everybody and welcome back to the fourth round of the CRC GT Series of Season 3. This is round number 4 of Le Mans for the French Grand Prix. Alrighty, we had a rolling start, we had a glitch with the qualifying. So anyway, we're off to a rolling start this time for the second time this season. This is Emmanuel on Keenan and Flaky. The Mercedes are looking very, very fast today at Le Mans, so expect them to be running closer up towards the front than they should be, or at least have been in the past. So this is going to be Ash on Jake Wilson. Wilson taps in the brakes for a second and Ash is able to retake the lead. Which he had a grid penalty in qualifying for. He did get the pole, but had a grid penalty. But anyway, looking back on lap 1, it's going to be Evil on Professional, Evil around the outside, so he does have that Mercedes straight line power and speed, and now it's going to be Steve on McTosie. Remember, Steve was able to win Daytona, so we should have some pace here today, and at least should be up within the top 3 by no time. Qualifying for Steve so far this season hasn't been so good, as you can see a couple cars running over the bollards, but Steve is looking to carry forward with that speed, but now his Chemical, as he qualified 3rd, he's going to get by Jake Wilson on the opening lap, so a charging duck so far is Chemical. Now Chemical's looking for the race lead on looks to be Ash now. Ash in the McLaren, he's going to hold the outside lane on the opening lap, this 12-lap race, this short one in Le Mans. Can he do it around the outside? And Ash is off the track. He's on the grass. And Ash is off the track on the opening lap. Just lost control of the car. Let's see what happened with Ash. But you can see he's on board now. And yeah, it just shuts off right there. You can hear the engine. It shuts off on him. So probably a wheel disconnection for Ash. And unfortunately, he had the pole, qualified on pole, lap 1, just a retirement. And now there's going to be Spencer spinning off and almost getting airborne to Spencer. But anyway, looking with Evil drifting through the corner. He's been quoted in the paddock saying that he's had a very unstable and unhappy car throughout the entire weekend, so he's going to need a lot of luck to get to the front today. Well, him and Speedsta go at it for 5th place. This is Speedsta's first career CRC race, so he is really going to be a new one to this field so far today in the Audi, running as a one-off for Livid Racing, but his points will not go down to the team. Anyway, this is the opening lap. Chemical right now into the barrier in the background. So Chemical on the opening lap loses the lead. So 2 drivers from the lead on the opening lap have lost the lead on the opening lap. And now it's going to be lap number 2. And that's Speedsta running over one of the billboards on the second lap of this race and goes around. But we will ride on board with Keenan. A beautiful save by McTosie. You can see that there's just no grip at this track. It's starting, the sun is setting, and the grip, there's just not much grip in the track as there used to be. And now it's going to be Steve on Professional, easy move on the McLaren. Here comes Keenan and that Mercedes power on McTosie. On the Ferrari power, he easily gets by, and Steve is going to have the better say against Professional on this one. He'll try the inside, and Professional runs out of room. So we transpire to the same lap. Keenan now looking against Professional. He has Steve in front of him. He's going to try one overtake, gets it done on Professional. Will he try the second one on Steve? And he decides no, he's not going to do it. He decides better. And Steve is going to hang on for that position. I think it's P3 he's in now, since we had 2 retirements or 2 spins on the opening lap of the leaders. But Steve is hanging on, and Keenan going to try the inside of Professional. He got a terrible exit both corners, but he will hang on with that Mercedes power. But now this is Evil in second place, believe it or not. He's been reeling in Jake Wilson, and he's going to try and make a move for the race lead. This is lap 4 on Jake Wilson. He looks right, he looks left again. Can't get the move done, but now it's going to be Evil on Jake Wilson to take the lead for the first time in his career. He's taken the lead. And now you can see trying to get back through around the outside. Just enough room against the curbing. And they'll still be wheel to wheel. This is lap 5, I believe. And he is hanging on. And Jake Wilson retakes the lead. These straights prove hefty for these drivers. It gives them the chance to gain back the time. A little slingshot is what they need. Now looks to be Evil with the race lead, but Jake Wilson is charging back on the inside. We love it here at Le Mans. He's going to try something in the second chicane around the brake marker there. You can see the 200 sign trying to get a move, and Jake Wilson gets the move done, breaks later, but now it's going to be Speeds on his opening race, gets passed by Emmanuel in the 33. Teammates with Jake Wilson, gets the pass done, and now they're just inches apart from each other on the back straightaway. Look at this. This is good stuff right now. But they know each other from other leagues, and they've sort of raced each other before, so they sort of know the driving styles. But anyway, this is going to be Emmanuel trying to make one last effort on the back straightaway against Speedsta. Speedsta has been known as one of the stewards for CRC in the past, so already making contact. Speeds is off, he hits one of the bollards, and Manuel's gonna go by. They're still wheel-to-wheel off the second chicane. Who is going to give and who is going to take? It's gonna come down to one of these drivers. They're gonna have to decide quickly or else something's gonna happen. Along the straightaway, they're still wheel-to-wheel, and they're gonna come together, making contact, sliding back and forth. That's gonna be Speedsta getting ahead of Emmanuel. What kind of battle was that? The cars just magnetized together, and oh my goodness, there's just not enough room for these drivers. And now both running wide, locking up. Emmanuel locks up and hits Speedsta. Oh my goodness, that battle is now over, but this is going to be Evil back on Jake Wilson along the back straightaway, approaching the first chicane. You can see Jake Wilson lagging a bit, but not going to matter. I feel Evil gets by, but Jake Wilson is going to have another chance, another shot at glory for the race lead along the straightaway. You can see the camera angle just showing how close they were to each other for just a moment ago. And Evil will have the inside, but Jake Wilson knows how to outbrake him. He'll try the outside, and he'll get the move done. A beautiful overtake while Evil slides in the background trying to find the braking marker. But now that's going to be the battle between Emmanuel and Speedsta. Again, these two have been going at it. And when I say these two, I mean not just these two drivers, those two battles we keep talking about. And now it's going to be Professional spinning and hitting the guardrail and losing his rear end, getting 100 rear damage. And that puts his race to a halt. He was running consistently inside the top 5. Now it's Jake Wilson on Evil for the race lead, making a move. Nicely done. And Evil sliding again, trying to find the grip within that Mercedes. It has the power, but it does not have the stability Evil likes. But off the corner, will have a chance at the lead. He'll try the outside on the dotted line between the two. They're still going at it. And who's gonna give? Down the straight and almost making contact. I think they did make contact for a split second. They're able to keep off of each other, and this battle keeps going down to the wire. And he's gonna try around the outside. Evil, but gets past while he goes on the outside curb. So not getting anything from it, but this is now going to be Emmanuel on Speedsta. He'll try somewhere to pass. He'll try the outside. He'll have the momentum and the side draft. Should be enough to get by, and Emmanuel does get by for position. Now this is Alan. Alan's race is basically over here, head on into the wall. Race over for Alan, and that's a tough incident for him. But anyway, back to the battle between Emmanuel and Speedsta. They're a different section of the track this time. They're going to wheel-to-wheel. You can see Alan in the background, but it's Speedsta that gets by. Emmanuel's right behind. So now there's going to be Evil on Jake Wilson, making a move for the race lead on the front straightaway. A new place to make the pass to the lead, and same thing for these guys. So whatever Evil and Jake do looks to be what Emmanuel and Speedsta do when they battle. They always pass in the same place, and now they both do it on the front straightaway. But Emmanuel's able to get by before turn 1 in the kink, and now through the Dunlop, just blocks him off. So an aggressive move, but clean one nonetheless. And now Jake Wilson right in front of Evil, and Evil sliding in the background, making a mistake, and that's going to cost him several seconds. But we'll look further back, and there's a battle between Emmanuel and Speedsta. Again, just inches apart. One's going to have to give, one's going to have to take. We'll see what happens as we approach a second chicane, and they've collided into the inside barrier. That's Emmanuel and Speedsta. Speedsta gets away unscathed. So through the second chicane, oh my goodness, that battle finally ended. There's Evil drifting. He's trying to catch back up, and now he's finally going to have a shot here. This is 3 laps to go. The sun is setting behind the trees, and one's going to have to give. Jake Wilson will defend the inside. Evil to the outside. He'll try the outside lane through the kink. Will they have enough time? Will they have enough space? And no, they don't. That's Jake Wilson spinning in 360-degree fashion behind. He'll recover the car, but he falls back to 3rd place, and Evil takes the lead in this race. Oh my goodness. Now, you can see in the past, they've had some history. As you can see, this is Evil on Jake Wilson, and oh my goodness. And that's not the only clip we have. They do have a bit of history back from Season 2 as well. At Le Mans, same track, by the way, obviously. And coming together again. So again, they do have history, just want to let everyone know. But as we close up on this race, now Jake Wilson on the final lap gets by Steve. Remember, Jake Wilson has a 1-second time penalty and Steve does not, so he really is trying to go for that 2nd place, and we'll keep an eye on this final battle towards the end of it. So we'll look further in, and now this is on the last lap again. Both Jake Wilson and Steve making a mistake. This cost them a second to Evil while they're still gaining, but nonetheless, Jake is going to try hanging on. The gap is less than a second, but through the final corner, Evil wins the French Grand Prix in Le Mans. We'll look with Steve, and Steve goes off in the final corner. Jake Wilson keeps second place, and here are your points after that race.